Hi guys, you might have seen this tutorial in Afrikaans, but there was a few requests that I would do it in English, so here we go. So I first primed my eye with Painterly by MAC, and I'm just setting that with a flesh tone color, just so that the primer underneath wouldn't be so sticky for any powder products over that. Then I went in with my Urban Decay palette in the Ultimate Basics one. This is the shade Extra Bitter. So I love having an orange transition shade because I feel like it really brings out the green in my eyes. So that's just for me, always works for me, and it also just gives you that extra pop of color. I think I'm also going to run that underneath the eye. You guys know I love putting makeup underneath my eye. I feel like it just rounds off the eye and gives it more of a, even if it's natural day makeup, it just gives it more of a smoky effect, and like I said, it just rounds it off a lot more for me. Remember to blend out the edges, and the brush I'm using is from BH Cosmetics, and it's just a fluffy brush. So I'm going in with my MAC pencil brush. I'm starting to define the outer corner of the eye, making it slightly darker. I'm using just I don't think it's a brand, the shade I'm using, it's just a dark brown. Then going back in with my little fluffy brush, I'm just starting to buff that out. So I usually just add product, buff it out, add product, buff it out. And then also you can decide if you want the outside corner to be rounded. Oh yeah, I think it's Anastasia palette that I'm using because that fallout says everything. Just swipe it away, don't touch it with your hands, you'll have lines on your face. So I'm just going to keep on blending that and adding a lot of depth in the outside corner of the eye. I want to keep it there and then just slightly move it into the crease all the way to the inner corner. I'm not going to blend this out too much because I want it to stay like concentrated. And because I will be doing a cut crease, I decided to like keep the focus more on the eyelid itself. So I just want to build the depth a little bit. So I use my Catrice Camouflage Concealer, and the brush I'm using is from Partners. There's actually has crystals inside. It's amazing. So this brush it's a synthetic brush. I'm just using this to create the cut crease area. I think it would have worked a bit better if I used a concealer that's more of a solid cream than a liquid, because I had a hard time like building it up. Maybe I was just doing it wrong. It was my first time, so it gets better from here on. And then on the outside of the eye, more towards the outside corner of the eye, I used my finger just to blend that area out, so that's not such a harsh line on where the color stops. I also then went in with the same nude shade that I started off with, just to set that concealer. Now heading back to the brown I use on the outside of my eyes. Why is it not focusing? There we go. Just to start the ombre effect, followed by the shade Marina from the Mario palette by Anastasia. This is just where the transition from the dark to the light starts. I really like the shade. It's more like a rose goldy pinky tone. And then for my ultimate favorite pressed pigment, it's from MAC. It's called Blonde Streak. I love this. I just wet my brush with some setting spray, dipped it in, and as soon as you wet the brush, it gives you almost like a foiled kind of look, which I really, really love. I just applied that in the inside corner of the eye and then underneath the eye as well. And you can just go in and pack that sparkle on as much as you want. Then with my MAC 218, it's a really small definer brush, I just went in with my MAC Blacktrack as well, and I just did a line across the eye. This is actually a new palette that I got from Influencer in collaboration with Makeupforever. I received the product for free to review from them, which has a highlighter shade, a contour shade, and a blush. I'm currently using the contour shade. It's really light, which gives you the opportunity to actually build up your contour instead of just placing it and then you can't blend it. I did also go over that with Bahama Mama's from, what's it called? The Balm, just to bronze up the face a bit more. And I usually go in around my nose with a bit of bronzer just to give it that really, really sun-kissed look, because I'm extremely pale. And that's the side where I went in with Bahama Mama just over my natural contour that I created with the Makeupforever palette. And then just using the blush, I have to say the blush really reminds me of the NARS Orgasm shade, which is really nice because I believe the Makeupforever one is a lot cheaper. And I walked away. And I'm back. Then I went in with my Anastasia Glow Kit and Sundipped. I mixed the two lighter shades just to create a really nice goldy tone highlight on the cheekbone. I like putting it on the tip of my nose and then also slightly a bit on the bridge. Also just followed it up above the, I applied way too much on this side. You can actually see the line, but it's okay. So I just went in above the brow bone just to really give that skin the glow look. I have really dry skin, so I love having that extra glow on my skin. And then I should have used a smaller brush for the brow bones, but we just went for it. And then also on the Cupid's bow, it's going to give the lip a really nice glowy M shape at the top after you've applied some liquid lipstick. So this is the shade in Rebel. Yeah, I liked it. Shade in Rebel by Limecrime. It's really lightweight. You have to go over it a few times to get a really opaque color, but it applies really fast. And I lined my lips extremely skew, but that's okay. Always okay. Yeah, so it's the tip of the applicator makes it really easy for you to get a smooth line, even if you're going at the bottom or at the top where you have to create the sharp Cupid's bow. That focus is so interesting. Applying liquid lipstick takes some skill. So after that I went in with just a normal mascara from Lancome, and I also applied my lashes from Flutter Lashes in Provocative. They really rounded off the eye look. Lashes makes such a big difference. So that is it for the finished look. I thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure that your lash glue is dry before you start posing, otherwise everything is gonna fall off. See you guys next time. Bye!